my name is Cesar Vega. I come from Mexico, and I live since 14 years ago in Germany. I did my bachelor in electronics and communication engineering, and then I came to Germany to study master in science in communications and media engineering. Afterwards, I did an MBA, and I did some certifications in information security. And currently, I will work in financial services as information security specialist. Actually, at the beginning, I had a student permit to do the master thesis. During that time, I was allowed to work some hours a week, but that was not enough to cover all my expenses. What was good about it is that during the third semester of the master program, I could do an internship at a company, and I got paid for that. And with that money, I could afford my living expenses. That internship was extended to my master thesis project, and then I could go on. After graduating, the government asks you for some amount of money in the bank so you can cover your expenses, especially your health insurance. And well, I was able to do it. Then I got my first job as an engineer, and then I got a work permit for only 2 years. With the time, it was extended every time. And after 6 years, I was a candidate to apply for the German citizenship. It depends on every person, but what I had to do was to show my proficiency in the language. I have to have the C1 level, of course, to do the immigration test, and to have a open-ended work contract and other documents. The paperwork lasted around 6 months. I had to send for them back some documents, but at the end, I got, after 6 years, the German citizenship. I was already working in Mexico, and I tried to get a scholarship from the government. Unfortunately, it didn't work as I wanted, and I thought, okay, if the scholarship didn't work, why don't you save some money and do it with your own means? So it took me a bit longer to save some money and plan the jump over here and do it on my own. So as I mentioned, I was able to afford the first 12 months here, and then I started to work in a German company. Germany is a very unique culture, and I think it's very difficult to find a similar country to compare the culture with. Germans are very systematic. They have many processes to do a lot of tasks. They are very punctual. They are always on time. And there's some bureaucracy. Everything has to do with time, some time in advance, and it takes a lot of paperwork. On the other hand, that's what makes Germany very attractive. It's a model of an ordered society, as well as a symbol of reliability and life quality. Yes, actually, German is a very difficult language. The grammar itself is very complex. Studying languages, I faced sometimes the question, does the way of thinking make the language, or the language make the way people think? So I think that's the point. You have to think in German in order to speak their language. And the barriers that I faced, well, at the beginning, everybody was very kind and talked to me in English. There's some point, I think the first level to go further is to speak, so you can be part of the culture. You have to integrate yourself in the society and talk to people, get along with them, have your first German friends. And the next level, in difficulty that I faced is to speak good enough to be yourself. So when you're at that point, I think you are already in. Everything counts. Your background in the industry, your years of experience. But technically, I think it's important to have a bachelor in engineering, computer engineering, or in electronics or IT. Also, it worked that I have a master's degree in science as well, with experience in computer networks and software development, as well as engineering architecture. After that, I complemented the technical part with an MBA. So I got some background in the quality management business and well as project management. Besides the academic background, you have to have, in the best case, some experience in the field, or if not, in some tasks that you can translate into information security. It is important to have a general knowledge of information security, risk management, program management, business continuity, and such topics that are important for the culture, the information security culture. Moreover, there are many certifications that are very acknowledged by the companies. In my case, I have the CISSP and many certifications from ISACA. Well, in my case, I got support from the university, but I know that the German student exchange service also allows people to get in. It's very important to have a contact in Germany before moving in. As well, there are many expats that got support from their own companies. Besides that, I don't know if you're a citizen of the European Union, if you have some opportunities to move in. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's important to be aware of all the options that you have as insurance. You have to, at the basis, you have your health insurance, and you have to look for the possibility to extend it to dental care insurance, or to get your optical gadgets also included in the health insurance. If you need support from a lawyer, for example, you have to use a Rechtsschutzversicherung, which is, well, it covers some expenses that you may have in case you need some support from a lawyer. Also, liability insurance is very useful if you rent your house or an apartment. In case something happens, if you broke some door or window, it gets covered by such insurance. As well as well, in my case, the driving license was a very singular story, because I couldn't validate the driving license that I had, so I had to do the complete process. So I had to spend some driving lessons, as well as driving hours before getting the European driving license. Yes, of course, you have to do it. If you are thinking on making the step or not, if you're unsure about it, do it, because try to look yourself in the future. I think there are more probabilities that you regret not to have done it. If your thoughts and feelings are interested in doing it, just follow your gut. This experience is very enriching. For sure, you will live very interesting experiences and meet very interesting people, as well as, well, at the end, you will like it. You have to leave behind your comfort zone and get into the magic zone. Of course, at the beginning, it may be difficult. You may face some difficulties, but at the end, it's a very rewarding experience. So go for it.